Fallout Fanatics to the continuation of Let's Make a Vault here inside a vault. Yeah. So, yeah, there's our sun. Last video, which would have been Monday for you folks, I'd asked about the bridges. I still don't know what your answer is because I'm recording these back to back. So for now, we're just going to kind of ignore them and move on. We're going to continue on with this whole thing. Everybody seemed to, I think I said in the last video, like the idea of continuing the walkway for each one. So we're going to give it a try and see how it do. I was in SOE because I was experimenting with trying to make the fountain look a little better if I stuck a bunch of lights around it to see if I can get it to look white, but it still looks like oil. So, 'tis what it is. Alright, let's get into this. We were supposed to do this in the last episode, but we got kind of stuck working on that thing because it was a pain in the you-know-what. Alright, need some floors. Floors. There we go. And I'm gonna have to move that one. Take that guy out. Right. That one there. Another guy. Yeah. Move that guy. Oh. Let me just mosey on through. And then we'll do the same here. Take that guy out. Put that one in place. Move that guy there. And boom! We're all done. Alright, let's put some railings on here. Go. Go see that up. I think this is probably a good idea too. I think it's just gonna make things more functionally. So, good on you guys for making that call. Awesome. You there. You are. You are. You are. Oh, that's how you recycle. What am I doing? Wrong one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and do I dare do another one, or should I just keep it at that? Maybe I'll give them their own little private balcony here. That'd be kind of neat. What do we do? Well, let's fall. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks so much better. Before it looked a little on the naked side. Not that naked is bad, but anyway. That's an to not. I haven't gotten around to putting glass in any of these yet. So yeah, let's do a quick survey here while I try to figure out what I want to do. So in the meantime, too, I'm gonna take away ridges. At least this one anyway, so I can see this better. There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so what do I do with this uppermost level, though? Kind of thinking I don't want to put another walkway in front. I think I kind of want to leave it as is. And maybe even take that away. And this is going to be interior, so we don't want that. Same thing with these. Get rid of all these floor sections as we make some nice floors for inside there. Perfecto. Cool. Alright, so now I'm gonna need to pick some floors for inside. And oh, wait, that's because we're no, yeah. No, that's just hallways. Oh, look at that guy. Interesting. Yeah, we'll put some doors in there. Well, I kind of like that guy. That's kind of neat. You got the old crusty stuff. So one of you had made a suggestion about doing a section of the vault as something having to do with, I think, the Enclave. And I actually kind of like that idea because there is some sections where there's like a ton of like unused or not space that I'm not really going to utilize. So I'm thinking maybe like in here we'll put like some old crusty stuff and we'll kind of sort of seal it off. Like we'll just put like the shops that I was planning on doing like in here, and we'll cut it off along here, and this will be like an old unused section of vault. So we got that. Um, there's some sections in there as well that I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with. The heck? Where did you come from? There's just like a random Nuka-Cola bottle sitting there. Oh boy. Okay. So anyway, let's see. So we got electricity there, and then security there, and then we got this whole section in here as well. And so the whole idea is that get rid of that, widen that up a little bit. So the whole idea is that maybe the Institute came in and stole this from like the Enclave or something, and we'll leave that. Who cares? And use it for their own devices. Okay, so this kind of makes more sense too. We can actually section off this as well. This could be all old vault stuff leading up to roughly about here. And then this can stay as its own thing. But then we have this whole section here that's kind of wonky. But it's not too bad though, because that is actually fairly connected. Get to there. So this could just be like hallway space. So that's not that big a deal. Okay. So as a reminder, let's get into wherever I was. Over here. Yeah, here we go. This could all be closed off. So let's put in some old janky stuff, just so I remember what's going on down here. Off our highlights, we can see old jank. Just put that there. Or maybe cruddy atrium. Damaged atrium. There we go. This will definitely help me remember. We'll just throw that there. So between there and here, that's going to be damaged old cruddy vault. So this is good, this is good, this is where all the gardening is going to happen. This is the science wang. We come back over this way. And come back over this way. This is the park. And we got this whole section back here that could also be... So we'll have two sections, I think. Where does this lead to again? This goes into a little cubby room. And kind of close that off. Ah, okay, this leads up to the shop up there. So actually that might make some sense too if we have that. I put that there, by the way, in case you're wondering. Alright. I know, probably making some people dizzy. Okay. So yeah, we could maybe close this off too. And make that like some old section. So, okay. That gives me some ideas now. So you know what, let's put ourselves a reminder here as well. Old jank. Nice. Okay. Now, I'm gonna run short on height for sky though. Now that I'm thinking about it, like there's like this big open space here, but then our ceiling drops kind of quickly, and I don't like that. So maybe we will change sides. Let's see, how much big sky do we have in here? Do have this big thing kind of hanging down. This does seem to be a bit bigger and wider. So maybe we'll change that. Maybe we'll make this the garden park, which then leads to that. And the other side sign. So let's go look at that again real quick. I know we're not really building, we're just going back and forth, but this is how I plan for things. So let's see, you got this big wide open thing, and then it dips down. And That's going to take away from the stores. All right, we'll make it work. We'll find some way to make that work. Don't know how yet. We haven't gotten there. Okay, we're still working on all this crud. Okay, back to this. Alright, so I have this corner over here that I haven't decided what to do. I do need stairwells, so maybe this, instead of building buildings, this will be the main stairwell to get up to the upper levels on this side. I like that idea. Okay, let's play with some stars, y'all. Just kind of like place that here for a moment. And then... Okay, so we're going to need... Get this railing out of my face. We're going to need some floor. It's not going to work. We want to take this guy and put this guy here. So we can take that guy. There. Then we need stairs going up that way. Zigzag it. Perfect. Then of course that one's not going to connect, so let's borrow that guy. Let's take that guy. Nice. And that takes us all the way up to the upperest, mostest level that I don't even know if I'm going to build up here or not. But for now, it can stay. Alright, so let's fill some of this in to solidify, finalize, whatever you want to call it. So let's get some flooring. We'll stop. You know what? We'll continue on maybe. Otherwise, I think that might look a little awkward. Alright, let's put this guy in. Ooh, that's gonna cut me off, right? Yep, right in your face. Can't be having that. No, no, no. Alright. There we go. That works. Yeah, see, that's what I don't like about these stairs, is that you need so much open space to make these work. Okay. But it's vault, so we're going to use it. I know I have access to many other stairs, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it. Because I kind of like the idea. Just close all this off. Maybe I will do some extending. Well, I haven't figured that out. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm looking up here. Okay, so now we come down here. We come down here. Okay. And that one's all set. And you come down here, and then you come down here. How does that look? Not bad. I like that. Cool. And then, yeah, we'll have to figure out some sort of support idea. Maybe we can move that guy here. Oh wait, no, that's gonna be right in front of the steps there. Maybe we're just gonna have to pretend that everything is hunky-dunky. So let's just put this guy back in the corner. Just because it looks good. Alrighty. Cool, now we got some steps leading the whole way up. And that solves that corner, so we're not getting too monotonous with building like the same thing in like every single side here. We still have stuff here that we gotta build. And now, you know what? I am going to design my hall here, and I think I gotta get rid of these guys maybe. So let's take these out. We're going to keep that because that's cool. That's going to be our like, little closet cubbyhole thing. Let's take this guy out as well. The rest of that can stay. Let's see. I do want this to be kind of a wide hallway, so I think that's fine. But up here, I don't want this to continue on being like a hall. So we're probably going to build a wall coming straight across here. So let's go into atrium. Let's get some walls and let's start putting some shape into this bad boy. So we're going to close this off the whole way up. so yeah, that works. I know this piece, I think here, cut off kilter. Because they're not lined up the same. There's that one. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. How does that look? And I'm probably getting everybody dizzy. Yeah, we gotta keep going down. Close that off. Okay, so... Get out of my face. There we go. Perfect. Lock this all off. To here. And then we'll put more floor space there. Perfect. Okay. Oops, went the wrong way. Go ahead and get some proper floor. There we go. Lock this in here. And then, yeah, we're gonna need walls for that too, because that just looks ugly. Go. I'm gonna do the same the whole way up, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. That closes that off all nice and neat. I will do something in this corner. Maybe even build like a little something. Let's play with that for a second. Let's put. Or can we not? Let's move that. There we go. I want those out. Yeah, I want that out. So let's move that guy. There we go. We'll put that there. This will be a door. And we need to go that way, I think. So let's put that. Yeah, that works. Now we got a little something, you know. So now it's not totally wasted space. We'll figure out what we'll do, and this could just be one tiny little apartment, or maybe an office. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, oh yeah, we gotta get rid of these. These are interior floors. Ooh. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that too. So let's take those all out. And we're gonna have to build that from scratch. We need a corner piece, I think. Yeah. So let's take that guy out. Of course, now that's gonna be wrong. Let's put that back. Alright. We're just gonna have to put an actual floor piece in just to make this work. Okay. Bear with me. I sort of know what I'm doing. And there we go. Is this all? Yes, this is. Okay. I had to make sure I was actually inside. I didn't want to do something wonky here. Okay. I gotta increase my size soon. I think I said that in the last video, but we're definitely getting into the danger zone, y'all. Which seems odd, because you have all this space in the vault that you're supposed to be able to build in, and then you don't get a lot of building space, essentially. I think that's very, very wrong. Okay, we need some doorways. I'll just do the same door in like every spot. Oh, except for the bottom. Yeah, okay. I'll do the same here. Nah. Do we need one on each side? I don't know. We'll do it for now and decide later what we're doing. One more. There we go. And yeah, we'll just close these off. Perfect. Okay. The same over here. You are messed up. There we go. Alright, let's come on out, y'all. Yeah, not bad. I think I probably will keep the doors on both sides. For now, anyway. We'll have to figure that out. Now, we gotta kind of do the same thing here as we did on the other side. I gotta mirror that, so we're gonna close off that wall. Match there. should be able to lock that in perfect. Except for down there. Yeah, this has got to go the whole way up too. There we go. This way our hallways work. Get some funky angles in here. Okay. And I gotta decide what I'm doing here. Got so much exposed rock. I was thinking of possibly cutting it off before we see the rock, but I don't know. It's kind of growing on me. Okay, but anyway, let's take that out. Now we can actually put a corner piece in, I think. Oh, look at that. It works. Just stack it. Perfect. Okay, now we can finally close this bad boy off. Yeah, that's fine. Or maybe not. Nope. Wait. Get better. There we go. Just had it. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's come on down here. Let's have a little look-see. So all this you won't be able to see straight up because I'm going to be putting more living space throughout this whole wall. I got to get rid of that corner piece. And yeah, I still got to close off those. So, yeah, and then this is just going to come straight across and then turn into a hallway. Perfect. Let's do a save. New save. Okay, let's get some floor pieces in just so we can close all this off. Just throw that in there. That in there. There. Leave. Let's see. This is, yeah, all going to be walking space again. So we'll just do this the whole way up. This I'm going to leave open because I haven't quite decided what I'm doing yet. Let's see. That's good. That's good. Okay. Cool. And then now we got to figure out what we're doing here. How far out do I want to extend these? If I want to keep it the same, it would just be 2 spaces out the whole way, so that would actually put this here. So let's play with that for a second. Come on over here. Perfect. Sort of. There we go. Alright, let's do that. Let's put this here for now. And then start to close this off too. So we're gonna have this little cubby here. That's gonna go up the whole way, isn't it? Yeah. So maybe. So you're not gonna see. Oh, yeah, you are gonna see that. You won't see that when I'm done. So maybe we can just close this off the whole way. Oops. No, that didn't even lock. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe I will keep the X on that one. That is kind of cool looking. Okay. Anyway, let's put a window here. Perfect. And a door. I mean, want to do window door? You know what? For now, I'm just going to go every other one. I'll put windows, and then I'll figure out living situation here. Cool. Okay, let's get stuck by a railing. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. So if I put, let's see. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. And that one. So one of them's gonna end up being a little bit bigger than the others. Maybe. Let's see. Could probably go over. Oh wait, maybe I can't. Stupid railings. Let's get rid of that thing. I cannot, really. Can I? Could potentially go out more. This is a whole, oops, whole thing, yeah. I could potentially do that. Yeah, maybe not. I think maybe we'll just close it off here. Come on. Just snap to the thing there. Okay, fine. Let's move that. Really? You don't want to snap to the thing? Come on. Ugh. Alright, anyway. So let's put a door here. And be here. And here. Oh, let's see how that looks. Door there. Door there. Door there. Maybe we should put the door over here. Where did I put the first door? Oh, these railings. They're killing me. Let's see. That one's like that. Oh, that one's surrounded by windows. Ah, okay. So then... So is that one. But we'd cut it off right there. Yeah, whatever. I think it's fine. I think I'm just overthinking this. Okay. So... I guess let's do the same design the whole way up. Sure. Why not? Okay. Window, door, window. And railing. No, I don't want to do that. Window. Window. Door. Blank space. Window. Door. Window, I think. I guess we'll find out. And then... What did I do? Got that wrong, didn't I? Oh no! We're good. Then door, window, blank space. Okay. Railing in the way. Window. Blank. Perfect. Ugh. Get off. No, wrong one. There we go. There we are. Okay. And I could run into the ceiling of the rock here. So maybe I'll keep this one short. Maybe we'll start this one. This one will look a little different maybe. So let's maybe cut this one off here. And that'll just be a void space maybe. Yeah, that's gonna end up being like really intrusive. So let's play with that for a second. Let's do door. Our window. We'll do a blank space and a window and a door and a window and got that corner there. Maybe these are like the luxury ones way up here. Yeah, that's my story. And then put a blank one here. 2 blanks, why not? Okay, you know what? Let's these maybe. Let's put that there. Put that there. And there. We'll take that guy. With that guy. There. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then, like I said, we'll cut that off, so let's just put some green floor in here. There we go. And this will just be essentially unused space. Yeah. We'll put, like, some benches or something up here or whatever. Got all that there too. So let's take that wall out for the moment. Yeah, maybe we'll make like some like cafe seating out here or something. Or maybe even in this corner. Some sort, I'll build some sort of cafe type dealie. Just for these folks here. Like I said, this is like the elite. You get the special stuff. So let's pull that up. Let's put that back down. Let's do it that way. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. And we'll come here. And the door here. Really? I have no idea if this is even gonna work, but we're gonna try. You know what? I can actually make this... Well, no, I'm running the same problem I had before where we're gonna have that ceiling like right there of the rock. I was thinking maybe I can mount that way, then go the other way. This is becoming complicated. Especially since we got the door facing right there, and actually we could move that door to the front. You could do the same on all the levels, to be honest. Maybe I will do that instead. And then you know what? We can actually... Let's get rid of this. I'm changing my mind here. We're actually going to extend this upper level. We're going to take this out, I think. For now, while I figure out what I'm doing. Maybe I'm just going to take this whole upper level out, kind of like I did for just about everywhere. Doesn't really seem to do much, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's take all this out. Let's, get rid of that, get rid of that, all of this. I think this will help open things up, because right now we're getting, I think, a little too busy, so we're just going to store all of this. And I think that looks much better. And then we'll make just this upper level, like, much bigger. Much wider. Take that guy. And I'll put it there. let's get a window in here. No, that's not what I want. I think so. Alright, so anyway, let's put another window there. And just take these guys out for the moment. Let's put this one here, and there. Yeah, I'm liking that much better. And then one window, close that off. Close that off. Window. Dare keep going. Actually, you know what? That's probably going to end up being a door. So let's take that. That. Here. Now we'll do the same with that. We need a door. Put the door there. Perfecto. Why that one sticks out, the other one doesn't. There we go. Cool. Now we got 2 deluxe apartments in the sky. 5 interwebs if you know that one. Won't be giving away a lot because that's pretty famous. And then we'll leave that one small. Do we? I don't know. Alright, let's just continue on trying to fill in this Let's see. Oh, let's put a window here. That takes us right to the ceiling. Nice. We'll put in a space. Then we'll do a window. We'll just kind of mimic that without the doors. And we'll do 2 spaces there. And a window. Blank. A window. Ooh, that's gonna be... Well, no, you won't be... Actually, no, we don't want a window there because you'd be staring at a blank wall there. Yeah. That looks a little weird, but... Maybe, maybe not. Man, oh man. Got a lot of living space in here. You're gonna have to get a lot of settlers in order to really fill this in. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. Got our little bridge here. I still think I'm probably going to use this bridge. I know I said for you guys to vote, and I'm definitely going to let you guys vote, but I'm leaning more towards this one just because the aesthetics fit so much better. Plus, like I said, there's the ability where I can put a junction here to go like straight across that way and that way, etc. Just to really make this work so much more. But so far I'm liking the design. We got our stairs that get us all the way up to the top. And I like the fact that I took out that extra layer. And we'll just make this some nice wide open space to chill. And then same over here, we'll just keep this corner open as is. We'll bring this over in there, I think. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a really weird looking... You're still going to have a corner. So I'm probably just going to have to, like, cut it off and make a dead space in here, because otherwise we're just going to end up looking weird, unless I go this way and that way. Actually, that might not be too bad. Let's check that out really quick before we say goodbye. So let's come in here and let's get some walls again. Simple enough, we'll just do blank walls. That one, does that get me? No. We don't need that at all. So let's just... Whoop. And then, yeah, we got this nice little cubby corner here. And then inside here, we can maybe just cut that off or utilize it. I don't know yet. You can have that going the whole way down. These could end up being bathrooms. Except for that one, because that's just a hole. That doesn't lead to anything. What's on here? Yeah, see, I just cut that off. Okay. So, yeah, that could end up... Run railings. Being another little chill space. We can put some, like, really cool lighting up here. And... whatnot. Let's do this, because that's going to bug me right now that I've seen it. Close it off. Do our thing, you know. Ooh. Where can I go? No, that won't be too bad. Where did I cut it off? Here? Yeah. And I don't have any... do that. Alright, we'll worry about that in a future video. So we'll be cutting it off there, so most of that won't matter. Or no. Will it? Yeah, it will. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Get all the way down to the bottom here. There we go. Cool. And then, yeah, I still gotta do my fan thing there. Then, gotta figure out something to do with this space. I know this is gonna be kind of in the way, but we'll do something. I just want to leave the majority of that open. And, ooh, gotta fix some of that texture. That's awful. Yeah, but look at this. We have got a heck of a vault here. This is only the first room. We haven't really done much of anything else other than a little bit with the quarry that we got going on down that way. The uranium. Sweet. Alright, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.